Oh.
Ooh. I changed the music. Can you tell?
Hey, it's a little different.
Yep. It's 2 BPM slower.
Different keys in there.
See right there, that used to be an E flat.
Oh snap! Now it's like
I made it a D sharp instead.
Now it's got boobs.
Wait, this is different?
Hey, what up, everybody? It's the Talking Normies Podcast, where you get to hang out and talk with some of your favorite normies. Fun fact, we got Rana here today, who explicitly told me she wanted to tell a story. I assume it has to do with the weekend catch-up. Rana, take it away.
Okay, so we were...
Rana, get into the microphone. Rana, you know the routine.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to be on your podcast for your first few minutes. I'm really excited to be here to tell the story with Mickey. Mickey, you need to also talk into this mic because it's really funny. So basically, Mickey, Serge, and I were out in LA last weekend for work things. But Mickey and I decided to stay a few extra days as Serge came back to Indiana and Tennessee to do his own thing. So Mickey has just been following my lead basically everywhere we go. I've been planning things for us. We've been doing things. We've been having fun.
Damn, Mickey, you just gonna let it...
I'm not good at planning. I would have probably just wandered the whole time.
You know what? Hold on. We're going to stop the whole thing here. Mickey, take your microphone back. Rana, come and take my seat.
Sweet.
But listen to the story.
I'll be right here.
Okay.
Christopher.
Oh, I don't know. This is my head, yo. But anyway,
Put the headphones
it's
on.
so gross to hear my own voice.
You need to know
Okay,
what's
well,
up.
yeah, you
Get
need to know
closer to
what's
the
up.
microphone.
Do you guys not hear?
No, we
have
don't.
Headphones in the other podcast.
Hell no. Why would I want to hear my own voice?
That's weird.
So
Why don't you-
gross.
how does that?
See
I
right
don't
into
know.
that dot right
It's
there.
weird to me people that have a problem hearing their own voice.
I hate
when you
it.
speak, don't you hear your own voice?
Yeah, I do all the
jarring.
time.
Bro, my voice is like man.
What voice do you think it?
Yeah, well, when you speak
I can't
normally,
think.
don't you
No,
think...
you guys are all in my head. Oh my
Pull
god.
one ear off. There you go.
Holy
That's all.
shit. Okay.
This is supposed to be a quick story.
I know. Anyway, listen, quick story short. Mickey was kind of spacey this weekend too. We've been drinking a lot. We've been eating.
It was California.
California.
So you can surmise the rest.
We ate some sandwiches, maybe. You know what I mean? So we're looking for something fun to do, and I was like, Mickey, there's a lot of free museums here in LA. We should go to one. He's like, bet. So I look up the nearest one. It was 200 feet away from us. Now I thought it was a presidential tour kind of thing, and I was vastly wrong.
What kind of tour?
A presidential.
This museum that she took us to, it was the L. Ron Hubbard.
What is that?
Well, yeah, what is that?
Museum.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Oh my god.
I didn't know.
Did y'all get it
L.
done?
Ron
Yes.
Hubbard is the inventor of Scientology.
I know. I took it to a Scientology museum.
But here's
Listen.
They were like, welcome.
But here's the best part. We were just looking for free shit to do. Okay, it's California. We were high. Okay, I was very inebriated at this point. So I'm really just. She might as well have me on a leash. I was just following her lead, right? So we get to the place and we knock. It's locked first of all. But there's a lady in there, and as soon as she's we're about to walk away, and she just goes, and she rushes to the door, opens it, lets us in. She's like, "Are you guys here for the tour? You want a tour?" She was stoked to see it. There hasn't been a soul in there in 6 months.
Y'all were the chosen ones.
No. So we go in there.
Mickey doesn't know where we are still.
Yeah, I'm just okay. So as I'm walking in, I quickly glance up and I saw L. Ron Hubbard, and I was like, "Oh no."
Me still unknowing.
So we go in there, and she locks the door behind us.
No.
Locks it!
Yeah.
Oh, hell no!
She locks the door behind her. She's like, "Oh, that's just a COVID thing."
It's
We just do that
2023,
for
man.
COVID. This lady was nice. She was super nice.
Her name is Rain.
Yeah, she was super duper nice. But she was a little intense, But anyway, so there's a sign-in sheet, and she's like, "Yeah, just go ahead and sign in your information right there."
Oh, shit.
And I'm writing my name down, and I was like, I should not be putting my real information
Mickey
down.
took forever. I'm like, Mickey, you know your fucking name.
Yeah, so I was thinking, I'd already put my real name down, so they had my real name. But then for phone number and email, I just made shit up. I was just
86753.
yeah, exactly.
Mickey turns to me. He's like, after we sit down, we ask her for water, and Mickey's like,
You still didn't know by the sign-in sheet that
No,
where we
I
were.
didn't.
Yeah.
he's like, did you give your real information? And literally, my head goes down. I'm like, yes. In the quietest voice ever. I'm like, yes. She gets us water too for the tour, and we're afraid to drink.
Yeah,
I would not drink that water.
Drink that shit.
Then it came in a regular bottle while you can twist off?
And then
Okay,
she
that's
was
fine,
as she's getting the water, she's like, "Yeah, the tour will begin soon. You guys are good on time, right? It's an hour."
Mickey's like, no.
And this was the tiniest little building too, and I was like, actually, we got dinner reservations. Could you maybe give us the cliff notes? And she's like, oh, okay, I could do that. So she's walking us around the tour.
There's no way this man did all that stuff. I don't believe it.
It was a fine tour.
But then I did believe
At the
it.
end, I did the Dianetic thing, which, you know.
What's the Dianetic thing?
It measures your thoughts. It just basically says, "Oh, you're thinking."
That's cool. How do you do?
It doesn't. It's
It
bullshit.
doesn't do it. Listen, for the
It's
first half of the
bullshit.
tour, I actually fell for it too. I'm like, oh my god, he was a pilot. Oh my god, he did this boat by himself. Oh my god, he created 63 cultures or something. Like, for real. And then he was blind in one eye and basically paralyzed, and he cured himself and had to help the rest of the
Through
world.
Dianetics.
Yeah. That's when I was like, oh,
It's all bullshit.
it's not real, man.
You're not. Don't fall for it,
bro.
But if they got real museums, some of it's gotta be real. Like, they don't have museum for fake shit.
They got money.
Don't walk into
And
that
then
building.
in the end, she does this tour in 30 minutes for us, and then she's like, "So, did you guys have fun? What, blah blah blah." We're like, "Yeah, we found it really interesting." Go.
Yeah. At the end, she's like, "What did you guys like about the tour?" We're like, you know,
did
just
so much.
kind of just learning about his life. She's like, "Oh, that's cool. That's cool." What though? We're like, she's like, "What specifically did you like about the tour?" And we're just like, you know, some stuff. Like,
We walked out there, but like during the tour, I had to hold back from laughing at moments because like, wait, it started hitting me, and she was like, "You guys want to watch this movie?" We're like, "No."
We avoided several movies they had planned.
They were gonna hypnotize you.
For the tour?
Yeah.
But it was really nice in there. Oh my god.
I bet it was.
It was pretty sweet. So we got out of there, but then a few days later, we're back on Hollywood Boulevard. Is that
Yeah.
what it is? Yeah. So we're walking down.
There she is.
Yeah, and she was outside, like, kind of like waiting for people, and we like crossed the street, and, like, went around.
Like, I can't do this.
But,
She was tracking you guys.
so
Sorry, Mickey.
L. Ron Hubbard.
I did that.
Yeah, a little bit of
We saw
research
it.
next time.
So I need to. I want to go to this museum.
Oh my, you
I don't think you do.
I don't
bud.
know. I don't know that.
It was the most LA thing that
I
we
feel
could
like
have
you would
possibly
believe
done.
everything.
Pat's gonna walk out of Scientology.
Yeah, he'd be like,
No, I
actually,
can't.
guys, they do have a sound series. Surely there are aliens. Everybody believes there's at least aliens out there, right?
Pat's not even. You're not gonna walk out. You're gonna stay at the compound.
The highest levels of the Scientology religion, like aliens, come into play.
Yeah.
Which,
Well, everyone believes in aliens.
yeah, but not. You know, I'm not a Scientology expert.
Like unless if they're worshiping aliens, and that's gone too far beyond. But if they believe in aliens, I feel like most of America believe in aliens.
Tom Cruise was.
Well, real quick, guys.
Scientology.
So thank you guys for having. I have to go now to do my community shows on the Normies Patreon every Sunday. It's the Sunday Rundown. Check me and Surge out. We read your comments and we talk. Thank you so much for having me. Good luck with your show.
One last thing about this
Now,
topic.
get out of here.
The funniest part about this tour is like they took us through a whole section where it was like he was a really prolific science fiction writer, which is true. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. And like
Check.
they're saying, yeah, he's just really good at coming up with stories, making worlds. He's just a really good science fiction writer. And then right into the next section of the tour is like, anyways, Dianetics.
So I really don't know about this guy or Scientology. Like, so like Scientology. So like, he's a science fiction writer. So like, he writes books and movies.
Yes.
Oh, I can't worship that dude. No, I thought he was like a real science guy.
No. I mean,
it says
no.
Scientology, but yeah, I don't think
It's not like real base science,
This-
like evidence, and they do studies and shit.
This
No.
It's the
religion.
belief that if you think it hard enough and you really commit to it and you give
This
all of
religion
yourself to
has
this
come
thing,
around in like the last less than 100 years.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
like it's very
Yeah,
it's very culty.
That's cool. Okay, now I don't want to visit this place because I believe in science and I trust science. I thought this was like really science.
Yeah, let's
I just-
Scientology beliefs. I'll
I
look
just
up some.
remember it being slow mo, like as I'm walking in, and I like look up, and it's like L. Ron.
So,
oh no! Like, oh,
at any point, did you feel scared for your life?
no, it was all silly.
It was so like
It's just it's,
I feel
it's,
like Scientologists
it's a
have
tour
never
in a
been.
heavy. It's a building in a heavy tourist area. Like you know, it's just like a.
But she locked the door.
You know, I don't
Probably
doubt
because
that,
they get a lot of weirdos.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't know. It was a bit strange, but
There are some solid documentaries we can watch on Scientology. Like people that left Scientology and they're just like, that shit was fucked. Like you're just like, wow.
Oh, they left
Tom
it?
Cruise
Oh.
left. Yeah, Tom Cruise.
Oh,
left.
he left. I thought he was part of it.
Tom Cruise left.
Yeah, Tom Cruise isn't Scientology anymore. but-
Oh no shit.
Yeah, they got humans are Thans. In Scientology, humans are immortal
Nebulum.
souls called
Ooh, I like that.
Thetans that are trapped in multiple bodies over various lifetimes. According to Hubbard, Thetan's origins billions of years ago, with the original cause I don't know what the original cause is. It's capitalized. We'd have to learn more Scientology to figure that out. Thetans emerged in early creation, and through their interaction created the physical universe of matter, energy, space, and time. Over time, the Thetans fell into physical universe and got trapped. They were slowly stripped of their creative abilities and memories of who they were, and ended up here on Earth. And so in Scientology, you got a little bit of alien inside of you, and you got to live your best life to get that little bit of alien out. Doesn't sound too far-fetched when you say it that way.
You're going straight up to you're District 9ing.
That's a
that sounds like District 9 right?
Damn, this would have been a good segue.
Yeah, it's a nice segue. You guys forget that we're talking about this. We're gonna go through our normal topics, then we'll get back into Scientology.
No, we're gonna go right into the movie. We're just gonna do it in reverse. I'm just kidding.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So weekend catch-ups. It's been 2 long weeks. One of the reasons why we didn't do the podcast last time is because Mickey was out of town visiting a Scientologist, and higher than a kite. I can only imagine.
Man, there are kites that don't go that high.
When in Rome.
When in Rome, drink as much wine as you can.
It was legal there, so I didn't feel bad about it. You know,
overindulge if you can.
I didn't though. Like it. You know what? I have a bone. Okay, so I've gone to Colorado, Michigan, Massachusetts, a lot of weed legal places.
Chicago,
Chicago recreationally. I do not like the weed scene in Cali.
What?
I don't.
They've been doing it for so long.
It's over commercialized. They're just focused on like potency. Like it's.
Isn't that a good thing?
Most no. You go to like a Colorado dispensary and it feels like a curated boutique.
It does.
It's nice.
As a person who doesn't want to smoke gas on a regular, when I go to Colorado, I'm like, hey, I want something that's going to mellow me out like I'm a hippie in the 70s, not something that's going to make me think I got ghost in my blood.
Yeah, so
what do you got?
so that's the difference. Like dispensaries and other places, they feel like curated boutiques with like, it's a nice like setup, right? Most dispensaries that I saw in California, it just feels like you're walking into a gas station with a bunch of like gas station products,
or like a Walmart.
Over commercialized. Yeah, it's just like it feels
like MedMen is cool, but
MedMen is bullshit,
I hate it.
dude.
Like the first time I went in there, I was like, this feels like weed is supposed to be like, bro, grows out of the earth and like there's some homegrown shit, and like MedMen feels like a bunch of business bros were like, listen here, like straight, they called it MedMen, which means that they like Mad Men. And if you watch Mad Men and you come away with the fact from Mad Men that you should be Don Draper, you watched it wrong. You watched the wrong thing.
Isn't Don Draper like the main actor, the protagonist?
Yeah, and he's awful.
Oh, he's awful.
Chris, I have a confession.
He's awful.
Like,
I have a confession.
Yeah.
The first dispensary, it was sort of by choice, but MedMen was the closest one. And we went there, and it's such a bullshit, overpriced bullshit place, man. Just like, I mean, they had good stuff, but overpriced. Man.
When you came back, you told me they had good stuff. They got some good potent stuff there.
The best one we went to was called Liberty. Yeah, but like potency without like taste though. It's just like they're just like, this is 50% THC. I'm like, is it good though? Like
imagine if every bar you went to just served fucking moonshine.
Yeah, like
we need varieties. We need beer. There should be a beer of weed.
What's the point of drinking is to get?
If you're in LA, check out Liberty. That was a good dispensary.
All right. So
and be responsible. And
we can catch
don't
up.
Do drugs. Stay in school.
Before I get all the way into it, I do want to say the last time I was at Mad Men, I was waiting for Rana. She was inside, and I hop out of the car just to kind of stretch my legs. And this guy walks up and he's like, "Oh shit, you're Chris from the Normies." I was like, "Yeah, man." I was like, "Rana's inside." He's like, "Oh man, it's cool. I knew you guys smoked weed, yada yada yada." And he's just like, "What are you guys doing out in LA?" And then I don't know if you guys remember that dude from TikTok, and he's in a few movies, King Batch.
Yeah.
He walks by and I was like, and we were both like, "Oh shit, it's King Batch." And he was like, "Yeah." And he like walks by and I was like, "You should probably go talk to him, bro. I'll fucking I'm cool with that. Like, you want to go? We can both go talk to him." Like, I was like, "I'm cool. I don't know. Go talk to that motherfucker."
Did you go talk to him?
Nah, he was on his way into the weed store to get a pickup.
I always thought it was King Bach.
Yeah, I thought it was King Bach.
He was like, "No, it's not Bach, it's Batch." Because I think that's the joke, is that he wrote it and everyone's like, "Oh, that's Bach," and he's like, "No, it's Batch." Like, anyway, what did you guys do for the last 2 weeks?
Damn, I'm trying to think.
I had COVID. Oh yeah, I was getting.
Oh, that's right, because we were going to cancel the podcast anyway.
Yeah, it was the last few rounds of COVID for me, and we didn't want to do it Friday, so I kind of chilled at home. Oh no, had to play games.
What'd you play?
I downloaded God of War again. I'm playing through God of War 2018. I'm about to get the new one. I have a buddy that I game share with now. because he got a PS5 and he's super excited because he's playing all of my old games.
Nice.
And he didn't have a PlayStation for the longest. He was an Xbox guy. So now he's on PlayStation.
Nice. You converted him.
Right. And so now, he's about to buy God of War for us, and my birthday's coming up, so he's also buying Metal Gear Solid whenever that comes out, kind of a deal. So
nice. I don't want to.
I've been gaming heavy.
I know you had your Switch Mini with you. I just want to make you play Tears of Kingdom so I can talk with someone about it.
I think
it's not moving fast enough.
I'll play it soon. It looks fun. I've been seeing a lot of videos.
We'll do that. Hey, anyone on in the comment section for my birthday, buy me Tears of the Kingdom.
Hey,
we're doing a fundraiser. If everybody chips in $5,
when's it coming up? When's the date?
My birthday, June 1st.
June 1st.
Yeah. I always forget.
Pat, what have you been up to?
The same old. I'm trying to think if anything different I did.
Well, you've been working out less, right?
Been a lot of sports.
I've been working out less, but it means like I still like do my stretches. I'll do.
What do you do with your free time now?
That's what I was going to see if I could get some help from the chat and from the podcast people out there. I need something to do with my free time. Like the last week, I get done with my workout sessions by usually 6:30, and my whole night's free. And I'm usually twiddling my thumb.
Would you like to go to the art museum on Tuesday?
I'm down.
It's Tuesday then, isn't it?
What do you like?
Tuesday.
What do you like to do?
I don't see. I remember Chris asking me this question: if there was no money involved and if everyone could do whatever the fuck they want to do, you just do. I don't know what the fuck I want to do.
Same though. That's so hard for me to figure out. Like, what do I actually want to do? Like,
let's not think that grand. Let's bring it down to your childhood. What did you do with your free time then?
I was outside playing sports.
for real though, that's what I'm about to say. Go play basketball. Like, it seems like you love sports.
But you guys said I need to stop working out.
That doesn't count as a workout.
That's just
go play.
Like, it is working out, but also it's something that you enjoy doing. You should definitely
it's an
do
activity.
Yeah,
sure.
also as a kid, I used to ride riding my bike around and
Go ride a bike,
bro. We still ride bikes around. Don't you hear us talk about bike party all the time?
Yeah,
that should be fun. I haven't gone to bike party yet. I think I'm going to this next one.
You have to come. The next one's going to be.
Join North Mass Boulder, man. There's some.
Yeah, but that's going all the way downtown.
Yeah, but there's some cuties over there, man.
Bro, it's full of bad bitches. I swear.
Yeah, honestly, you will see some girl put her leg up to a distance that should be impossible, and then lift herself up with her toes, and you're like, damn,
then you're just in
teach
the corner,
me.
like.
Bria and I constantly walk out of there like, there's a lot of great ass in there. Like, it is crazy how everyone has a nice butt.
Shit, I might have to come there one of these nights.
All right, look, so we got Pat down. All right, I personally think that I want to make a vlog around this because I think it'll be interesting. And if anything, we can just do it as a segment on the podcast because we can show you guys a whole entire vlog and we can do that. We have the technology. But let's say art museum, we got that for Tuesday. What about Wednesday if we go rock climbing?
Okay.
And
then
something on Thursday.
And then thrifting, makeover.
Okay, and then makeover on Thursday. All right, I think you know what? Hold on, Pat. You're about to have a pretty stacked week. Let's see.
So you guys do everything every night? Like you guys
but because you're coming out, we're gonna make it.
Okay, because
Mickey's a super homebody.
Okay, that starts with.
I'll practice my piano for a little bit.
See, I don't have hobbies like that. Like,
well, then fucking get some, man.
I don't know what to do.
We're telling you.
What are your interests? What are you interested in? What do you like? What do you want to do? Or like,
bro, it seems like sports stuff. Like,
yeah, but
legit, just watching catalog sports things.
Start getting into fucking card collecting.
Card collecting?
Yeah, sports card collecting. They're worth money.
But that's not the hobby.
That
is indeed a hobby. You got to spend time on eBay looking around for the good stuff.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay.
Find a community. Find like a new community. Like go on Reddit, go on Instagram, join a Facebook group. Like get into a.
Do you guys want to know what I did?
Poker with weird Northside people.
There you go.
Yeah. Do you guys want to know what I did yesterday with my free time? So I was watching the game, but the game kind of sucked. So this is how I spent my free time. I got on a YouTube studio and I read the comment section. I wasted 3 hours in the goddamn comment section.
God,
did you say anything? Did you comment in the comment section?
Huh? I didn't know. I didn't make any comments. I just read all the comments. And
see, bro, what you need to do is are you reading like through our stuff?
I'm reading all the comments. I'm reading my comments. Like I search my name. Bro. I read my comments and I read like comments.
You should do that. And
reading your comments on what?
On our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
For 3 hours?
Yeah. I missed out on comments for like the last 2 months. I read comments for everything. I don't even know how I spent 3 hours.
Don't do that every night.
You should do that at the park.
Healthy.
Like do that somewhere other than at home just to get out.
3 hours is a little.
But also don't just read through them. Like find the positive ones and put something on it.
Johnny
Like,
Blue just gave us a nice word for this: ego surfing.
Well,
ego
Chris,
surfing.
Chris,
I like it.
If actually all of you, if you were watching a certain show, you would know what that's from.
It's from Succession.
Oshinoko.
Fuck.
I have not seen that show. Is that good?
Oshinoko
everyone keeps
is
talking
really
about
good.
it.
Oshinoko is really, really good. It's going places.
So
Maxstar, I will be streaming the finals. I'll have something on my Instagram to show you what we're gonna be doing next.
Yeah,
Stay
'cause
tuned.
Our main channel is ground. Well, not we're in trouble. We got 2 strikes on couple of things, so we got to be careful.
Oh, I already got spoiled on a couple things. I'm shitty about the comment section.
on the game, no,
I was like I said, I was just not reading my comments.
so how they gonna spoil you on basketball, nigga? They know what's happening.
Not basketball. I'm talking about like the YouTube comments. I got spoiled on like Philly, Sunny in Philadelphia. Why are people spoiling
How
shit?
can you get spoiled on It's Always Sunny?
Yeah, I'll play this.
Well, they said something.
Talking about characters. or-
You could like with character.
Yeah,
arcs
and
stuff.
they're like,
Well, don't say it.
yeah, I'm not gonna say, but like, I'm going. This is just like a quick PSM announcement. Please do not spoil things for us, like in the comments.
That's just gonna.
Yeah, there's like 30
You can't
people.
ask the internet to please not do something.
They're just gonna do it. There's a bunch of people watching right now. Those aren't the guys that spoil. You can't reach the people
Yeah,
that
no.
spoil. They're unreachable.
Everybody in the chat is cool. We're not talking to you guys.
I was just mad about it, but they spoiled me on. But anyways, I did that, and then one thing I want to share with you guys is I had a hellacious leg day with my guy.
Yeah.
And he made me do 100 squats, and it was 100 squats.
All
and-
different squats?
Huh?
All different types of squats?
No,
or
just
straight
like
up squats?
straight up squats with a barbell. And he put 25s on there. And I'm like, he's like, I want you to do 100 squats with 25s on these. And I was like, bro, you sure? I could do more than that. Cause like, I'm used to doing like way more than that. So I did like, and then, so I was being cocky and I was doing slow rep. And I was, he's like, no, speed it up.
Ate your ass
yeah.
up.
He's like, and then I could see him smirking. Like he was just smirking. He's like, just wait. So by the time I get to my 25th rep,
Lol.
bro, I am gasping for air.
Bro.
Like I thought I was gonna die. And he was like, so then the thing is, you can't like rack the weight, or you can't bend down to the rest. You gotta leave the weight on you, so you gotta let the gravity, so that's even worse. So I get down through it, bro. It was probably like one of the most challenging things I did. I had to do 100. So after 25, I was just like, I'll do 10 reps. I'll rest for like 30 seconds. Do another 10 reps for 30. And
I think it's wild that you thought you were gonna bang this out.
Yeah.
Well, because it's 25. I was like, I used 25 pounds, and then eventually by like
So what changed? Like, would you?
It's over. It's the 100 reps that changes.
100 reps
Reps.
of anything
So
with
then
no
he
weight
took
is
the
gonna
weight.
kill
So
you.
yeah, then I just had the barbell.
Yep.
And that's by the barbell. It's like, so that's my 50th rep.
45.
At my 50th rep, I'm just using the barbell. I'm like, that was even hard. And like when there was at one point where like I was like I was in the next level with like, am I gonna die? Yeah, like is this it? Am I just gonna die right here? Because like it was so hard for me to breathe, and like I was sweating, like I was shaking, but I got through it. Because like before I started, he's like, this is what's gonna separate the man from the child. That's what he told me before he started. Like I can't fuck with it. I gotta do it.
But you should also listen to your body. Like,
See, that's what makes me a child, because I'd hear that, I'd roll my eyes and be like, I'm gonna stop when I want to stop. I'm sorry, I'm a piece of shit.
I got through it. I got through it, but I threw up.
Oh God!
Oh, I threw up, bro. I threw up. It was horrible, but I loved it. I told him afterwards, like the next day, I was like, bro, that was the hardest thing I ever did. Because like in football, I did something similar to stuff where I was throw up from lifting because that was because I would drink the night before. But here it was like that was the hardest fucking thing that I ever did. But it was also a good challenge because I learned about something myself. You can push yourself to the extraordinary limits where you think you may die, pass out, or whatever, but you're gonna still get through it.
You can.
Yeah.
I've done that same workout before, and like, yeah, that because you get on there and it's like, man, this ain't shit. What you mean, 100 reps? That's nothing, bro. Like 30 in, you're like, what you mean? What? It's like, bro, get this fucking weight off me before I fight you.
Pat, last suggestion for a hobby: dating.
Yeah, I need to do that.
If you
That could be fun.
spent your time looking for women's, that
I'll say this: it's a little tougher in Fishers, man.
Hell no. There's plenty of shit to do.
You
Pat.
have a
You're
car.
not-
Selection is limited.
Yeah, I better
in
say you got a
Fishers.
nice car. You got some decent money. Like, you can definitely go around and
put
do
a
some shit.
fucking 50-mile range on it. You don't have to just date people that live down the street.
50 miles.
Yeah, that means I gotta go down to Bloomington.
They'll meet you halfway if you're cute enough. So last on
Download
the weekend
Eventbrite,
catch
find
up.
some stuff to do.
Last weekend.
I have some more things about my weekend.
Oh, okay.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead though.
So last weekend, over these last 2 weeks, we've been putting in some work. We did a little bit of yard work, got that. I got myself a cute little new little vlog camera so I can do my own vlogs easily, which is nice. Developed a shit ton of film, which was super fun because a lot of them came out really well, which I was really worried about. But we did that. I did. Oh no, that wasn't bike party. No, yeah, I did a bike party and I took a bunch of film photos there, and I met a bunch of other people that shot film at bike party, which was super cool. I am going to be making a video about that on my YouTube channels.
Hell yeah.
On my own personal dilly, Nuisance 88,
Yeah, boy.
NEWCENTS 88. I have one video out already with one little reel as well. Go watch that. And then we just did a photo shoot for the OnlyFans stuff that we do, but we're about to do a collaboration with our friend, and we're doing that like at Sybaris, because if you shoot at a Sybaris, it's got like multiple locations, and you can really break that down to be like 3 months worth of content. But Sybaris only allows 2 people in at the same time, so I think we're gonna have to sneak our friend in the car.
They learned their lesson.
I have a funny story about Cerberus.
I think I know this story. Please tell me, because I know the other people involved and they told me. So I don't understand how or why y'all thought this was a good idea.
Oh shit!
So when we're younger,
How young? Age?
maybe like college,
Okay.
college years. I think college years or maybe like high school or something
Like
like that.
18 to 22.
Yeah, because like we were younger and we were looking for places to party and like new spots to party,
Yeah.
Cerberus. So you know where that? And remember I don't know
Right
if you were
across
there
from
with
the
us with
pyramids.
Armand and them.
Right over. Yep.
Oh, the one with the pool? I don't think I was there.
Oh, so yeah, we rented out one person rented out, and we're like, oh, we get a party. There's gonna have your own room and a pool. That's good. So we thought it would like, be like a nice little party spot, bro. It turned out to be like the rooms were like small. They're not like huge, and the pool was like small, not like big.
Yeah, you got to go for the big room, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all went for the little one.
Yeah, we were young. We didn't have that kind of money, but we got kicked out afterwards.
Yeah, no shit.
Because like we had so many people there, so many
Explain Cerberus for the folks at home. It's just like it's like a couples hotel, right?
Yeah, Johnny Blaze. It's kind of like
It's a sex palace.
Yeah, it's almost like a sex palace. It's usually like a gated spot. They have like 12
Suites.
different like suites that are individual buildings for you, kind of like little Airbnbs all right next to each other. But each of them has nice, sexy bed for you. Like they'll have chocolates and shit on your bed. It's
Bed
got a
with
nice
roses, champagne,
hot tub,
window or
champagne. You
mirror
got-
on the ceiling.
Couples
There's a
getaway.
pool in your room and
A swimming pool.
I've been there before. It was amazing. Had
It is.
sex
That's
all
it's a
night.
really cool
Like,
place to hang out, though. Like for real.
Yeah. Like their showers are awesome. It's got like the 2 fucking.
They got a sauna.
To hang out, I can see you going in there and be like, can I just get a room for like 3 to 6 and you just go in there to read a book? Like,
But it's like, but it'll be like $400 for 4 hours. Like they'll be like, you can
Yeah.
get the afternoon, or you can stay the night, or you can get the weekend for like a stack. And it's like, well, no.
See, that's why when we do it through OnlyFans, we can 1, write it off, and 2, since we're going to be collabing with a friend, we're going to be able to like literally have her split the price with us. And then just be like, yeah, we did a whole bunch of banger-ass content. I got a bunch of cool locations. I have to
content.
throw my fucking tripod down and shoot some really slow, because it's really dimly lit. So you gotta put it on a tripod if you're shooting
They
film.
let you
But-
they let you shoot OnlyFans stuff in there?
I mean, they don't. It's not like they ask.
they're
They
not
want you
asking
to.
what
They
you're
want you to
doing.
go in there and have anal sex. Ain't no one caring if I'm taking pictures.
Right? What's the room for?
there's worse things happening than
Yeah, right?
photo shoots. Photo shoots is like pretty vanilla.
I'm not saying that you would do this.
Yeah,
but
but-
I'm just saying like if other people that had OnlyFans would go in there, they'll just turn into like a porn studio.
So, think about
that
this.
illegal?
Think about this. If I go in there
Someone
as a
shot
couple,
porn in there.
if I pay $400 and I'm in a couple and I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna have sex, I'm gonna film it anyway on my cell phone because it costs $400 and I need to remember this.
I agree
they're not
with
gonna
that.
ask you about the
But you come
quality
in
of
with a
your
tripod
video.
lights and everything. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, but see, I hide the tripod and lights. People are coming in there with 10-inch long dildos. It doesn't matter, bro.
Yeah. You just take your suitcase. You don't look obvious. You get in there, you get in there, and then you get out.
Sybaris, Sybris. They're all over. There's a bunch in the Midwest for sure. There's more than one. So there
Oh
might
yeah,
be
check
one
out
near
the
you.
rooms because
And
they're
the commercials.
They're nice.
They're
dope.
sick. Yeah, the rooms are sick.
So Mickey, finish us up with the weekend catch up.
I'll keep it quick. So like we were in LA for a work thing, and we can't talk about some of it for a few more days. But what we can say, because we already posted about this on socials, but we were invited out there to play the new Expanse game coming out early, and we got to meet Kara G, and I got to interview Kara G. So be on the lookout for all that. So and we met a lot of cool people, a lot of content creators. We met shout out to Sonny from Cat and Sonny. He's a really cool dude. Greg from Real Rejects. a bunch of Twitch streamers that I can't remember their names right now, but like it was cool, man. It was a really good weekend. That's it.
Nice.
I want to go to Cali.
Hey, what up? Also, watch out. The rooms are clean. We wouldn't go to places with clean. I mean, how clean is a hotel room,
Did you
bro?
take a black light in there?
Fuck no. I wouldn't take a black light in the
You know
hotel.
what?
Yeah, I wouldn't either, bro.
I wouldn't take a black light on our couch here at the studio.
I don't know.
Hey, why not?
We should do that. We should do investigative hotel blacklight reviews.
Oh God.
Oh God.
No, we should really hype it up first and just let us go in there and
We'll
start
start
like
with-
fake semen everywhere.
Let's start with motels.
And we saw Sunnydale. Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, you guys went to
Dude, it
went
was
to the Hellmouth.
I recorded
The
a
actual
skit
helmet.
there, and it was really funny, but the audio is super bad because there's a bunch of construction going on in the background. It was unavoidable.
That's his voiceover.
So I might have to voice over it.
Sick.
Like, because it's funny. It's definitely funny.
Oh yeah. Well, here we are for the next portion of the podcast. Are you guys familiar with this little British shit named Mizzy?
Mizzy.
Well, you know how prank videos are doing big for
Oh, God.
everybody, right?
Why are
Listen.
those coming back?
Well, this kid says he's been on YouTube. He's been doing videos since he was 8, and he finally just started blowing up. Do you guys want to know what his prank is?
Oh, God.
I have to mention that he's British. He's also black. I have to mention that those two things to let you know that these pranks could never happen in America.
No, it can't. But I have one question.
Yeah.
Then we already covered something. People in the probably I don't want to say UK or maybe it was somewhere in Europe that they were going around with the kid got shot because he was like
Yeah, that was in America.
that was in America.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, because he was doing some stupid prank where he was
Yes.
like, okay,
This kid, he has been filming himself walk into people's houses.
Just walk in.
He's just walking in and being like, I'm just going to sit down and like, he's just in your house. He's just walking
Absolutely not.
into houses.
Yeah, no,
There's
not in
one where the
America.
lady's like, Jim, come to the door. And he's just like, oh, yeah, what up, then? And he's like, you need to leave my house. And he's like, oh, yeah, no, mate. And there's another one where he just walks in and giggles behind people's backs and then runs away when they turn around. And then there's another one where he comes in. He's like, oh, I'm waiting for James. You know, James has a study group here tonight. Like, James, don't leave. Get the fuck out, bro. He's like, no, I'm just going to sit on the couch and wait for James, mate. And it's like, bro.
Can I say something?
Swinging.
Oh, sorry.
I'm swinging.
Oh, yeah.
I swing that I would definitely be doing that. But this is what we had. There was a gun debate that we had in Southern Philadelphia. UK does have really good gun control. They actually don't have guns. That kid is lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That proves that like if he was in America, he would have got shot up because we love our guns here. We don't give a fuck about our guns. So maybe we should adopt something like that so we don't just kill people just like.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go the right. I thought you were gonna get all the way there and take the other turn and be like, we need
Yeah.
more.
No,
like,
I'm against guns.
But also, don't walk into people's houses.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm swinging and then I'm suing you. And then I'll probably get in trouble for the swinging.
No,
but-
you don't get,
also-
no. If
also
someone's in your
why-
house, you got rights.
Why the
we
fuck?
don't know British laws.
Why the fuck are all these people's doors unlocked?
That's true.
Well, here's the thing. In
because
some
shit's
cultures,
safe over there.
like even in Canada,
Yeah.
people don't really lock their doors like that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because like
They're not afraid of their neighbors.
Well, also that they don't have that many people rolling around with guns and shit.
not even guns, just like just crime in general.
Well, why guys crime?
Well, see,
Because
here's
everyone
the
got
thing.
guns.
No, we can't blame crime on guns. It's a much like
Yeah, it's a deeper thing
crimes
than that.
are
Also,
guns.
about the news and the reporting and the way they report crimes. When you get on the news here, it's a lot of fear and shit. Pat, I know where you live at. I'm not going to call you out on where you live at, but I know if you left your door unlocked 365 days out of the year, you
be
would
alright.
never have an
Yeah.
issue.
I do that right now.
And so, like, because you know the neighborhood
Yeah.
you live in,
But,
you know your
like,
neighborhood shit.
why?
Some people see this, and other people, like, I used to know people that lived in Speedway, and it was like this girl who I was friends with, she was adopted by this white family, and I went over there, and she was like, yeah, I left something in the house, will you grab it for me? I was like, I'll have your key. She's like, oh, the door's unlocked. She was like, and if the front isn't, then the back is. I was like, what the fuck? Y'all just leave your shit unlocked? She's like, it's fine. Like, it's a good neighborhood. We know everybody here. Like, it's cool. Like, what are they gonna take from us anyway? Like, that's an air of not giving a fuckness that's pretty high up that a lot of us don't have the affordability to have.
Yeah, I feel like my neighborhood growing up, if your garage was up, a neighbor would walk in to see how you guys were doing, kind of thing. Like that's as far as it goes. But you don't just walk in someone's house.
Yeah, yeah, that's fucked. That's
fucked.
In my old neighborhood, if you left your garage open, it meant that you had a garage, and it also meant that you was an easy come up. You was
Right.
asking for it.
Somebody's
if you
coming
got
for
robbed, I would literally be like, well, you kind of had it coming. I had a girlfriend who left the laptop in her front seat, and she was like, they smashed my window and took my laptop. And I was like, why the fuck did you leave your
Why'd you
laptop
do
in the
that?
front
You don't
seat?
leave that. You don't
Right.
leave valuables.
She moved
inside.
from the north side to downtown, and she was like, she was like, in my old neighborhood, like, this is your old neighborhood. You over here on fucking Pennsylvania and 14th. I would have took it.
you didn't do your research,
Right?
man.
Fuck your research. You didn't use your brain.
Yeah, I remember like back in the day, like growing up, like if you wanted to say what's up to your friend, like you'd go knock on their door, and that wasn't weird.
Still not weird now, I don't think.
Yeah, ringing doorbell. Except for the fact that we text now.
A doorbell now makes you go like.
I agree with Mickey on that. I was like, who the fuck is here right now?
I just saw something where they were talking about that, how cell phones and texting has destroyed the doorbell. Because basically when someone gets there, they just text you that they're there.
Yeah.
And if you ring my doorbell and you didn't let me know you're coming, you're a fucking enemy. Like,
I agree. That's why
Exactly. I'll stand on your front door and I'll knock. If I don't hear anything, then I'll text. And then if I don't hear anything, then I'm calling. And
apparently the new generation don't even knock.
No. If I do knock, text, and call, and I don't hear from you, then I'm going back to my car and sitting in there until you.
I'm like, well, clearly they're not here.
I'm not just lingering on your porch.
You used to be able to just be doing whatever the fuck you were doing for the day, not know what was going on, and then hear the doorbell and be like, oh, what's...
You would get excited back in the day. Right, now I'm like, who the fuck is it?
Right.
Who did that? Somebody did that.
So I just thought that that's a general big difference. Also, he was on Piers Morgan, and he was like, the British laws are weak, so that's why I'm going to keep doing what I do.
Damn.
Bro, you know what he's asking for? He's asking to be, like...
hurt.
He's asking to be made an example of.
Yeah.
But I know it's Britain. I know they have guns, but they did colonize most of the world. They still have museums full of shit that they stole. Like, they're not a bunch of pushovers. They still got a huge military. They still have a huge police presence. You gonna go to jail, bro.
Wait, Chris, wait. Did you just say he wants to... Like, so he's doing this to get legislation?
No, he's doing it because he's a prankster asshole. And he's like, the laws ain't strong enough. I'm just gonna keep doing it. I don't give a fuck.
But you said he wants to get caught. So
no, he doesn't want to get caught.
Oh, okay.
He was on Piers Morgan talking shit about the law.
That changes everything. He's on some like Lelouch shit where he's like, I'm gonna fuck with people until you make legislation. Like,
he's just actually being. It'd be like if you started fires and the only thing that you got punished for was like.
He deserves to get beaten.
He does get a nice little punch in the face.
Like I have to. If you walk into my house and you won't leave, I have to fight you, regardless whether I'm going to win or not. But I have to.
Oh, and if my family's there, I'm not even like.
I agree.
My straight reaction is to pin you to a wall so you can't move. I'm choking the fuck out of you. Yeah, that's it.
I'm throwing chairs. You're getting out of my house, man.
Well, I mean, also this is America. If you pop into my house unannounced and you come inside of my front door, there's a 90% chance you're getting shot.
Yeah, I'm thinking from a British perspective.
Yeah, we fight.
Damn, Chris.
But also know your gun laws, because you can't, you can't just like, even if somebody walks into your house.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
in Indiana, you damn sure can.
There are very specific stipulations where you can legally use lethal force.
So in Florida, there's a lot of stand your ground and all that. In Indiana specifically, I'm pretty sure we got castle doctrine or what the fuck ever. If someone comes into your house unannounced and you tell them to leave, which you don't really have to, you can. This is fucked up. This is Indiana. You just fucking shoot these motherfuckers and be like, I told him to leave. I told him to leave multiple times. It's my word versus the dead man. He shouldn't have came in my house. And the cops ain't gonna do shit. The case is wrapped up. They got it. We figured out a murder.
They say another way to get away with it is
murder.
You shoot into the ground first, or you shoot somewhere to let them know I shot off a warning shot, so this person knew I had a weapon, and they still decided to stay here, so I defended myself.
Oh, I think that makes sense. Warning shots are also illegal. Like if it's called, because you can get arrested unless you kill the person.
Pointing your gun is
brandishing a gun is straight up illegal. Like if you were outside and you pulled your gun on someone, you're like, hey, stop doing this. And they stop. You've committed a crime. Yeah, you're going to get in trouble.
In Indiana?
And in most all of America, you are incentivized to shoot the person to be like, because otherwise, if you didn't pull your gun out for a life or death situation, then why did you pull it out?
Mm-hmm.
Man,
you gotta know your rules.
If you pull it, you gotta use it, or you might get in trouble.
Bombs over bad act. Don't pull that thing out unless you're planning to bang now. Hey.
Oh, I do want to say one thing though.
Yeah.
I know I was talking. I don't like guns, and I think we need to have better gun control. But I went shooting with my brother, I think a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. That shit was fun. We went to around here, and I got a shot at Desert Eagle. I got a shot at a nice little rifle. I understand why it's a nice little fun hobby, because like it's.
It's super fun.
It's challenging because you got aim and shit, and it's like you got it's cool.
I love the sport.
That'd be good. That'd be a good hobby for you to get into.
I love
it's expensive, bro. And the ammo was me and my brother being able to spend like $400. That like it was.
I'll
sell you a gun.
Of course you will.
I don't want a gun because
no, you honestly you shouldn't have one.
I don't want.
I don't want mine. I sincerely don't. I hate
a sword.
Yeah.
Get a nice katana. Fuck
All
somebody.
right.
up.
So listen. The Idol. It is a movie. It's a TV show coming out. Okay.
I want to see. I've been hearing.
And we need to
about
talk about it.
I've been hearing about it.
So it is a
Oh,
movie
I
made.
have not seen it, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah, you didn't. It's not out yet.
Oh, okay.
The movie or the TV show is called The Idol. It's made by Sam Levinson, who did Euphoria, and it's also made by The Weeknd. And I'm about to look it up right now. The first 2 episodes premiered in the Cannes Film Festival.
Ooh.
And I want to see what it has on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
This feels like true detective syndrome, where like season 1 was like fire, and then season 2 was ass.
I agree with that.
Season 3 actually kind of pulled out. It's got 27 on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
Damn.
Well, I don't know what that means. Like,
Because
what
It
The
means
is,
it's
Weeknd's part of it.
awful.
The
It's,
Weeknd.
So, Mickey, do you know what happened?
No. You go ahead.
So what happened is that this show is about like this pop star who's really being sexually exploited, right?
Do we know her?
No.
oh, yeah. Okay, I heard about this.
Yeah. But so they had a woman who was writing it and working on it, and she was like, it's all about this woman who's being exploited. The TV show is, and so they had a woman working and writing on it. And apparently, The Weeknd was like, no, I don't want to work with her. Like, I don't really want a woman on this project. Like, I want to take over. And so they kind of just did it themselves. But here's the thing: we don't know if this is hyper hate, right? Like if they're getting, because Velma got really bad reviews and everyone talked about how bad it sucked, but look at how good Velma did. I'm pretty sure they're going to do a season 2, right? Like, are they making it sound like this shit is so bad and so awful that that's actually a part of the marketing? Is it hype or is it hate?
I could see that. I mean, yeah, because like I feel like that's a viable marketing strategy now.
So Velma is. I thought everyone hated Velma.
Yeah, everybody hate watched it, so the numbers
They got it. They got the numbers.
The numbers still did good. They still got the views.
We're all going to have to watch the first 2 episodes of this to figure out, like, is it good or not? Like,
They said it's
is it
Johnny
worth
Depp's
it?
daughter's the main character?
Yeah.
Like the Kardashians. They
Apparently,
Yeah, but
there
people actually
is-
enjoy that. It's not hate watch.
Yeah,
there's a
that's
facial
true.
shot in this somewhere. And they're like, she has excrement on her face, and like, you can't be like putting all this out there. And so, like, they're hyping it up, bro. Like, maybe it's because I'm a fucking animal, and I'm like, well, I kind of want to see it to see how bad it is.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see it exactly. I want to see how bad it is, but also that's a bad move on Weeknd to hire fire the female writer when this
Yeah.
See, but then him and Sam Levinson were like, well, that's just some made up shit. That's just what they're saying. Like, they
Oh.
this could all be gas, bro. They could just be being like,
Oh, that's
well,
what you're trying to say. Is
Yeah.
they're just doing some bad PR to make them okay.
I thought a lot of people were just like it's trying to have a message, but it's like working against its own message.
Yeah, I thought that
Something like
I thought that it was going in one direction, and then they got rid of like the women that were helping create it,
Yeah.
and then they just over sexualized the rest of the movie.
yeah, that's essentially that is what it's being accused of. And the people that created it is like, well, you need to watch it. Like, don't listen to
Well,
the
of
press.
course
Like,
they are.
it's all
Well,
hype.
they
It's
do.
all that, you know what I mean? And it's like one of those things where they hooked me. Like, I'm going to do it, and I feel like I'm just playing along and playing into this handbook. And like, is it going to be one of these things where I've seen Euphoria, and Euphoria is problematic on a couple of levels, but it still is good, and it has a really good message.
Oh yeah,
Oh, man.
Euphoria is amazing.
This is gonna be some prime topics for the commentary genre coming soon.
Yeah, bro.
So
Like,
I'm gonna have to jump on this too.
it's right there. So that, I just think we're going to put it in the conversation because I'm thinking about either covering it on the podcast. Definitely going to be talking about it.
What are we gonna do?
Probably not going to react to
No.
it. Plus, if it's going to have that much sex in it, we're going to have to blur out half of it.
Yeah.
Euphoria was
If
probably
there's
already hard enough to edit.
If there's a facial, I don't think that's. Has there ever been a facial on TV?
I've never seen a facial on TV except porno.
HBO does have an episode where Adam Driver comes on this lady's chest, and I remember watching that and being like, "That's the first time I think I've seen that on cable TV." They use fake semen, obviously.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're not letting Kylo Ren bust on somebody on HBO. He can't get a Disney score after that.
But method acting.
Yeah.
All right, so we're here towards the last 15 minutes. So let me mention something before we continue. It's Indy 500 this weekend. Speaking of Kylo Ren, Adam Driver, he's from Mishawaka. He's going to be waving the flag at the race.
Driver?
Yeah.
Shut the
He's from
fuck up.
Mishawaka. So
What the fuck?
Kylo Ren's here in town right now.
Who's Adam Driver?
Kylo Ren from Star Wars.
He doesn't watch Star Wars. He's afraid of Star Wars, remember?
What else is he in?
You'd recognize.
He's
him by
in
face.
A Marriage Story. He's in Girls.
There's nothing
He's in...
none of those sound like Pat movies.
Oh, The White Klansman?
Black
I was like, oh,
It's like,
The Black Klansman?
That is what they are.
well, he's in, all right, fine. He's here. I'll show you. He's like he's a really weird, beefy looking dude.
But he's from Mishawaka, Indiana.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Why don't we just?
Oh, I know some. So the trainer I'm training with.
Yeah. Is he from Mishawaka?
No, he's not from Mishawaka,
This
but
guy.
I know who he is.
Yeah.
So he was actually training this girl called Caitlin or something like. She's in Star Wars and she's also Mandalorian.
Yeah.
She's actually She was a Carmel police officer and he was training her before she went to Hollywood.
Bro. We were talking about this on the podcast. He trained her?
Yeah, he trained her.
Just swap careers like that.
Well, do you watch? All three of us have now showed him. All three of us. How did that happen? You guys watched Mandalorian? It was the snitch lady, the Asian snitch lady who was a cop.
She's not Asian. She's a big white woman.
Oh, the rest.
Short hair, but
I thought she was Asian-esque.
No, the lady, she was a fighter as well. She got kicked off the show, didn't she?
No. You're thinking.
No,
No,
you're
you
thinking
guys are
about the
thinking
MMA
Cara
fighter.
Dune.
You're
Not
thinking-
her real name's like Caitlin or Kate.
Okay, hold on. I got you. It was
Carmel
the
police
Mandalorian.
officer becomes. Man, how the fuck? I need to start auditioning for shit.
Yeah, you do,
Yeah.
bro.
We have auditions around
Mandalorian.
here all the time.
Season 3 cast. I got
I
you.
know. I need to get me a.
But anyways, like, he was showing
subscription.
me pictures of her and like them training together and stuff, and I was like, "Damn, that's crazy that you like."
Can he hook us up?
I'll talk to him.
Because it would be really nice to, have some good old fashioned Who's Your Blood here on the podcast that also wants to talk about The Mandalorian.
Yeah, Kate O'Brien. There you go. That's
Yeah,
it.
she played. Damn, y'all not gonna show me a picture of her? She played. I know you guys know. You guys all watch Mandalorian, right?
I didn't see
Mickey?
season 3.
No.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. She played an officer who was also a snitch. She used to she plays a double agent, which I thought was funny because she used to be a cop.
That's crazy. And yeah,
Funny.
Anyway, we'll show you what she looks like.
Typecasted.
So, with that being said, race is coming up. Indy 500. We'd be
I
remiss
thought
if
you
we.
said racist.
Yeah, I thought
We
you said
didn't.
racist coming.
There's definitely some races after it. We'd be remiss if we didn't mention it. It's like the biggest thing that happens in Indiana. So shout outs to all you race fans. I'm pretty sure like none of y'all are, but
International event.
woo, that's weird.
Who's getting
We got a
caked?
lot of Formula One fans in our.
Who's getting caked by Aoki?
Oh my God, not
Is he
again.
gonna be there?
No, it's actually, you want to go to the Snake Pit,
why did I
bro?
think?
Do you have tickets?
It's
I'll get tickets.
Literally
Listen,
Sunday.
It's Sunday, but listen, it's
too
going to be
late.
Shaq,
It's too late.
Subtronics, Cascade, and Jaws.
I mean, it
on.
sounds
That-
dope, but it's too late.
I work Sunday.
It's too late.
It's not too late, man. We can still get these tickets. Let's go, bro.
Pat, you can go and make some new friends.
I'm not going by myself.
Bro, that's the best way to do it. What?
Yeah, it could be fun.
That means I can get drunk and then find my way out by myself. That's just.
I mean,
You ain't never done that
be
before?
an adult and just
You got it, bro.
Find your limit.
The movie District 9.
District.
Yeah. What a segue.
How did you guys enjoy District 9?
One of my favorite movies, absolute masterpiece.
Yeah.
Love the documentary style, mockumentary style. It stays that whole mockumentary filming style, but it's like the cameraman wasn't following him the whole time. Like the
Right.
the mockumentary falls apart after a certain time, but like because the whole movie's in that style, you don't think about it. But like this is like my 8th time watching it.
Yeah, I've seen it a lot. I've seen the movie a lot of
Yeah,
times. I
so
love that
like
movie.
you notice things like that, but it's so good. One of my favorites.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Like you said, mockumentary. I feel like did The Office come around the same time as this movie came out? Because I feel like maybe that's what
This came out in 2009.
Oh, okay. So I did notice a mockumentary style. Liked it a little bit. I feel like maybe everyone would probably side with that. What's his name? Marvis.
Vicus. Yeah.
I feel like maybe he might be the protagonist for most people, but I feel like he's the villain for.
Sir.
Oh yeah, no.
I think he's a villain.
You're right on the money.
Yeah.
I think because like. I know he was trying to do good for them, but
Was he?
like, like
He literally
he
had-
was because like remember he was telling the guys like you guys have too much excessive force, we don't need this and stuff like that before going into it.
Remember at the end when Christopher Johnson, nice name,
Yeah.
is like, he's like, oh yeah, we're going to go live in these tents. And Vicus is like, don't go live in those tents. They're smaller than these shacks. It's pretty much a concentration camp.
Yeah.
He knows
Like,
that. And he's
he-
getting them to sign up to go there anyway.
He has some empathy, but ultimately
Because he had to study their language.
He's a bureaucrat, bro.
He has some level of empathy, but ultimately he's self-serving. Like
Yeah.
you're not really supposed to.
I like him, right?
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't like him.
He's like a bull, but you're not supposed to. I mean,
Did you know this was his first role?
dude? And he became
No.
like huge,
Bro,
Yeah,
slapped.
he killed
Dude,
it.
he
Slapped.
absolutely everybody killed it, man. Like that's what I love about mockumentary is like the delivery of the dialogue.
I think this is found footage. I think if it's a mockumentary, it's like,
no, because
found- yeah, I
found
feel
footage is like found footage. This is more like a documentary they were filming. Like found footage is like
I always thought mockumentary was
Blair-
supposed to be funny.
Blair Witch. Although I think No, not necessarily. I guess mockumentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
I don't know. I guess those
go
are
with found
interchangeable. Found footage, whatever.
Back there, we're talking District 9.
District 9.
District
Also,
9.
everyone
But,
shout out in the comments if you guys have seen District 9 or if you watched it along with us.
Yeah, so
District 9.
it was a cool movie. I sided with the aliens in the movie. I feel like they did get the wrong of the stick a lot of it, but I feel like if this happened in real life, I'm going to be siding with the humans.
Of course. I mean, we're humans.
Like I don't want aliens to come here and turn me into a motherfucking alien, you know?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. They weren't. Like,
They were trying to leave.
yeah, he got exposed to some shit on his own. And
But we don't know what the whole purpose was. Like they were experiments. We don't know if they were
What?
experiments or
But
not.
from what we know, they got there and they were stuck. Like, they weren't fucking around. They just settled into housing.
That
They didn't
Seemed like they were going to die inside of their container before they came out.
That's the most interesting part of the movie is we don't know why they came. Like because you get these clues like they lost their leadership or whatever, so you don't know whether if they were coming here to like explore space or if this was like an escape
Or if they
from
accidentally-
their home planet. The obvious metaphor in this movie is like immigration,
Refugees.
illegal aliens, refugees. So like usually that means like they're escaping from somewhere, you know.
And I
So,
think
like,
the cool part that I like is one, we're not doing anything to these aliens we haven't done to people. Two, that when people are like, oh, these aliens have rights as well, right? You see people activating for those rights. And then you also see they give you, the aliens aren't great, right? They're doing weird alien shit. And it's like, man, that's fucking weird. But then you see them like being experimented on. You see them being chopped up because MMU is literally only out there to learn how to use more alien technology so they can make more guns.
Yep.
They're already the largest manufacturer. And then when they're talking about Vicus's body, they're like,
Lockheed Martin.
they're like, this motherfucker's body, he was like, this shit's going to be worth billions to us. We need to chop him
And
up
his
right
own
now.
father-in-law was okay with that.
Yeah, he's like, I'll handle this. He's like, yeah, do that shit. Chop his ass up.
Right.
Billions of dollars, bro. Fuck him.
He said, "Don't worry about the daughter. I'll talk to it."
And like, I
Okay,
really
fine.
love that they don't hold any punches. They really show you how gross and awful it is. And these aliens have been here for 20 years. 20 years, and we haven't figured out how to do anything positive with them.
Except for trying to get online.
I love like everybody's like I guess character motivations. You really get a sense of like who they are as people and what they're trying to do. Like Vicus is obviously trying to be the tough guy to impress his father-in-law.
Company man, he's trying to come up through the ranks.
The daughter, you can tell like the father's always told her what to do. Like she's very like
Impressionable.
And he doesn't like that she's with
impressionable
Vicus.
because she was like, "Can I see him?" And she's like, and he's like, "Not a good idea."
You gotta
And,
let
like,
him go.
I don't give a fuck. Who the fuck
Exactly.
if my spouse is like just taken like black bagged and just
Yeah.
taken to it, like I'm punching you. Like
No,
like,
you're black bagging me too. Also, the
like-
fact that she was like, I can't believe you fucked one of those aliens. I'm like, hold on. Hold on. You saw one Photoshop picture and now I'm the nigga that fuck aliens. That's it. That's me.
That was crazy
That's
shit
me?
to me.
Yeah,
that
that's
was the
what
most like,
fucked
how are people even believing that? How can a human fucking alien?
Well, they were doing prostitution with the aliens already.
They already established that.
Oh, okay.
So like,
and it's ridiculous enough to believe. Like it's a ridiculous enough thing. It would be less believable to be like, oh, Vicus turned coat and he's working with the aliens on some rebellious shit. Like this destroys his character. It's embarrassing. So nobody is gonna want to like. As soon as you see that guy, it's like I'm staying away from that guy.
what about it
It's like-
happening in South Africa where the apartheid was a thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. That was a good play too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did really well. Like everything about the movie was done very well. Every
Masterful.
like,
Visual effects too.
yeah, I was gonna say all the visuals were
The CGI
perfect.
is better than modern Marvel movies.
Yeah, mocap.
Like-
And you said 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they were the production wise, this was gonna be the Halo movie. And then a lot of things fell through with getting able to get the rights to do the Halo movie, so they did this instead. If you are big into your Halo lore, then you know they did that like those like 3 or 4 commercials leading up to Halo 3 that were very much like this movie. They were very wartime realistic. They went super into detail of like showing how it all will work out. There's even some shot for shots in those Halo commercials that you see in this movie. Like when the dude puts the 50 cal on and he shoots the mech, that is almost a shot for shot from them putting a 50 cal on and shooting a brute in this Halo short. That I'll send you guys because they're
man.
commercials. They're like 30 seconds long.
Hey, you know what would be a good follow up for this?
What?
Chappie.
Well, unfortunately,
I'll be down. I like Chappie.
We can't
I'll watch
watch
that.
Chappie because Spidey has next pick, and we're watching Pluto fucking Nash.
I'm pulling that. Finally, something funny.
I've never seen it,
God.
and I'm down.
But
I do want to say something that you brought up.
Yeah.
That you said that these aliens have been in the movie have been there for 20 years and we haven't found a way to integrate them. I agree. If
integrate or work with them, or learn their language enough, or learn their culture enough, or be able to help them. It's all exploitation on both sides.
Here's the thing. I feel like if there were humans, we could have done that. Like if real life immigrations, I feel like
I'm not trying to integrate them.
But like with aliens, how can you integrate them?
I'm not trying to integrate them.
Well, so how are they going to be living in?
I didn't
America?
say that.
How are they going to live in the world?
I didn't say that.
So what?
I said we could learn to help them. They had everything they needed to leave the planet, right? It took 20 years to collect that goo. How long would it have taken if they explained their science to us and we worked with them? Okay. The command module fell off and we didn't help look for it. The only thing that the humans that were in power, this includes the Nigerians, and this also includes MNU, the only thing they were interested in was exploitation. They wanted to use them for their guns and their technology so that they could be ahead of the arms race. They wanted to use them for their power. No one took the time to say, oh, you guys got all the way this far. Are some of y'all scientists? Right. Can I work with your scientists so we can understand how to help y'all get home? It's a problem for y'all that you're here. It's a problem for us that you're here. How about we help you get the fuck out of here?
Yeah,
they never did that.
We went straight into dissecting.
Or just think about like wartime refugees. Like nobody, I would hope nobody wants war. I would hope nobody wants like refugees. But like if you have a group of people that are in trouble, like you can't just be like, well, it'll take care of itself eventually, or just like you just don't do anything about it. It's like the problem is here. Like fucking LA, for example, dude, the homelessness there is like unlike anything I've ever seen. Like I've seen homelessness in every state I've been to, but in LA is different. And you can just see that they're like chipping away at the corners of the problem, but they're not dealing with the root cause. And it's like once a problem has arisen, it's there. It's not going away. So you can't just be like, we'll just shove it in a corner where nobody can see it or whatever.
And there's an easy answer for the homelessness and also for the aliens. Homeless people are homeless because they don't have houses. Give them fucking houses and they're not homeless anymore. I know that takes there's a lot of lifting, a lot of figuring out to do in there, but it solves the problem. These aliens are fucking refugees here. How do we fix that? We get them to fuck off the planet. And I know that takes a lot of fucking work, but do we want them gone?
We wouldn't be able to understand them though.
You know what it would take? 1% of the military.
Of the military, yeah.
Like literally 1% of the military budget.
There's some dude, and I believe it's either, I want to say it was Seattle, but a dude.
Well, Bree is in Seattle now, and she does say that homelessness is crazy there too.
No, she's in.
I thought she just said here in Seattle.
Oh no, the problem is here. Yeah, we've got a problem
in Seattle. Okay, my bad. That here.
But he built himself a house, like just on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And the people around him are just like, yeah, no, fuck that. That's fine.
Right.
Let's go.
Cool. Like, we like this guy. He's cool. He doesn't cause no problems.
Yeah.
He built himself a home.
LA's got like laws like that. Like, I mean, obviously, you can see people have been posted up for like a while, possibly like years.
That's wild.
So there are laws like they have to like clear a certain path in the sidewalk or whatever. So like, it's gotten to the point where they're like, all right, you can just live.
You could just be Pat. You said we wouldn't be able to understand the aliens.
Here.
Yeah,
we can understand them. They talk to each other in the movie.
They were clicking.
How? No, but he understood him.
Vicus was injected.
Vicus was
before that he was able to talk with them. They can understand each other.
Yeah. They know enough words to have like a small conversation.
They learned enough words to take advantage of each other. Like they didn't go. In fact, the people are like, these aliens aren't very smart. Yada yada yada. Right? We got all the dumbest aliens here,
and it's like
they're taking advantage. Like damn,
it's like they came from space. What do you mean?
I mean, less than that. It's like they're shitty, and like so instead of being like they don't like. There's so many ways we could have figured some extra shit out. And they just never really did it. You know what I mean? Like, and on top of that too, these motherfuckers are multiplying. There was 1 million there. There were 1.8 million by the time the movie started, and then by the time they left, it was 2. They said it was 2.5 million. Yeah. So like they are growing. This is an issue, and I'm not sitting here to be like, let's have them integrate because it doesn't seem like they can integrate with us. What we need to do is get these motherfuckers out of here. And Vicus's dumb ass steals the ship on some fucking dumb shit.
Bro.
He's about to fly an alien spaceship.
That's why he's the villain, bro.
Where you going?
Saved up for 20 years, I feel, and you fucked it up.
That's so. Oh my god,
so
bro.
shitty.
Fuck Vicus.
I hated Vicus, man.
You think we'll ever get a District 10?
Oh yeah,
I would love
think-
a District 10.
I
I'd
mean-
love to see Chris Johnson come back.
Because they left on somewhat of an ambiguous note, but like then he could have just played him too, like, and it could have been a parallel to like the gang selling them 100 cans of cat food, but then killing them. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, and they were like, they'll believe anything.
I mean,
like he could.
Chris Johnson could have came back with the whole army and been like, y'all know what you did. In fact, out of all the people to send back to your home planet, not the dude who saw the fucking war crimes y'all were doing to his people, not the dude who saw them roasted and picked apart and all that. That's the guy who's going back with the information. When they come back, they coming back with nukes. Bro.
I know I always bring this book series up, but like
The three mind problem.
yeah, the three body problem in the last book. The District 9 happens, but opposite. Like the aliens take over our planet and they move the entirety of humanity to Australia.
No,
we would
fuck
fit.
that.
No, we would fit.
Yeah,
and
we would
it's-
fit.
And Australia is just like one giant slum now. And the craziest thing is the aliens hadn't even gotten here. They had just sent a few probes, but they were so technologically advanced that they were able to take over our planet without even being here. Like they were
Damn, bro.
they were still like
That's embarrassing.
they were still like 100 years out.
They like automated some shit and was just like, we'll check on that in a little bit.
This is why I don't want to.
It's funny
no,
that the
it's-
probes came to Earth.
gosh,
They looked at the entire
damn, what a-
planet
what
and
a
they were just
good book
like,
series.
they're like, we're not going.
And
to
you guys are
Australia.
okay with aliens coming here?
I mean, I'd be curious.
In a weirdly theoretical way, yes. I know that.
But you just heard about what they could
That's a
possibly
book.
do to us.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I know what
but-
people
and-
can possibly do to us, and
Pat,
we do it.
Pat, this is also how propaganda works. I told you that aliens are dangerous and they're coming to kill us. Who the fuck am I? And why are you believing me?
Because it sounds scary, and you want to be scared. You want to be worried.
It's fear mongering.
They could all be.
What if they're
Paul.
here to give us the best ice cream you've ever tasted?
They could all be Paul.
They could all be Paul.
They
know?
could all make it
It's
so
just
that
like,
you could
we-
make yourself as tall as you want it.
We turn on the TV and some guy is like, "You can't trust Syrians," and it's just like
It's like, oh, I knew it. I'm like,
yeah,
wait, well, what?
You know, so like, who the like what you gotta, you know.
But they look so scary.
Hey, you know, but I mean, there's different iterations of like alien movies. They
could look like anything.
There's one really schlocky one, but I kind of fuck with it. Battlefield LA.
Battlefield
Oh,
LA.
I love that movie.
That movie is the lowest tier of ass, and I love it.
I
They don't
love
try.
that
They don't
movie.
try at all, and I'm
I
here for
love
it.
that movie. But if we wanted a highbrow alien movie, maybe Arrival. You know.
Yeah, Arrival would be a good one, but we're doing enough highbrow shit. That's why we've come to that. Look, I know aliens are scary, but here's the thing, and I think it's what all alien movies want us to think. Aliens are just like what humanity has done to each other coming back to humanity. When this is a good example is that this movie right here does indeed take place like in Johannesburg, but most alien movies you see like take place in America. America sees itself as the top dog, right? When you're as the top dog, what do you think of? Is like, what could the next top dog do and be to me, right? And so it's always aliens coming and oppressing us, just like we came and oppressed the Native Americans and everyone, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's just own like self-fulfilling prophecy. It's one of the reasons why white supremacists are like, if white people ever become the minority, then the current minorities are going to do to us what we did to them. It's that kind of worry. But that shit is, I think, a human flaw. I'm not saying that I'm going to let aliens come and probe us all, or I want to like lose our status as the main things on the planet or anything like that. But there could be good aliens, just like there's good people and bad people. All aliens aren't bad.
Amen.
If they exist.
Tinfoil hat. Tinfoil hat. Tinfoil hat. Tinfoil hat. Okay. Roswell happened, and they found aliens, and they realized that they're like super nice and they're here to help us, right? But the CIA and the powers that be, they want to exploit them, right? And so from that point forth, we get a bunch of like science fiction propaganda, and most of it is like alien invasion is gonna be dangerous, and they're conditioning us to hate the
this is too
inevitable.
good.
They're conditioning us to hate the inevitable, and then aliens are gonna be like, "Hey, what up, guys?" And we're gonna be like,
Not my powder.
What is Roswell?
it's
Big alien.
a supposed UFO crash and like
Roswell, New
the,
Mexico.
the beginning of Area 51.
Oh, Area 51.
Beginning of Area 51,
okay.
essentially.
Well, now there's a special Futurama episode about this, and
Third encounter or something. Or something.
Real quick, why are we doing Pluto Nash next again? What was
because we were on a sci-fi kick, and
There we
you-
go, sci-fi. Okay.
Yeah. We did Minority Report, which is, you know, cops and shit. We did this, which is immigration, and now we're gonna do Pluto Nash.
Nash.
I am so excited for Pluto Nash.
You don't like Eddie Murphy?
Yes, I like Eddie Murphy.
He's gonna be a good movie.
Damn, Pat.
Wait,
I
have
want
you
fans like
seen Pluto Nash?
Hercules.
Have you seen Pluto Nash at all?
No, that's one Eddie Murphy I haven't seen. I love Eddie
Never
Murphy.
seen it. Never
Nice.
heard of it. Never
Yeah.
done anything about it.
I've watched reviews of it. All right, so
is it bad? Is it like good bad?
The movie's not great.
Is it so, but it's like good bad. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happened. Eddie Murphy did it.
after Pluto Nash, we had one last sci-fi movie queued up, and I know we pushed because of the week that we missed, but you know, it's the movie club.
Mars Attacks.
Also, want to make sure you guys are watching these movies right along with us.
Coneheads.
No,
That'd be a funny one.
That's scary.
Coneheads. Oh my god.
Blast from the past.
Ooh, Brendan Fraser. Oh my God, a Negro. That was that's such a
That
good
is a
one.
good one. Yeah.
Can we do like sports movies?
What do you want to watch?
Like maybe
Remember
like
the
Mighty Ducks,
Fucking Rudy.
Air Bud,
Damn,
Waterboy?
Rudy.
Water
Waterboy would be a
Boy.
good one.
The-
This motherfucker said Air Bud.
You never seen Air Bud?
What's the,
a sports movie though?
That is a sports movie.
what's the one with Keanu Reeves? The bench.
Oh no,
Oh, that's a great one. Hardball.
the recruiters, the revengers,
the replacements.
the replacements.
The
Oh,
replacements.
but he also done.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves also done in the
The
movie called The
football
Hardball
one.
with the baseball team.
Yeah. With G Baby.
Nah, man.
Yeah, G-Baby.
Is
I'm not going through those tears again.
I cried too, bro. That's probably one movie I cried for, man.
is poker sports?
No,
This motherfucker said
I don't.
poker.
All right, the reason why.
Rounders.
Rounders.
That's a great movie too.
You know what? I feel like the movie club has been really curated. The reason why the movie club started was because a couple of months ago, Pat said, and I quote, I
We saw
watched.
Demolition Man.
What was the movie? Pat was like, I watched American Psycho and I hated it. And this kicked off the whole movie club thing. So the movie club has to be essentially, it's a curated movie club for movies that I think we would never watch. Like, there's no hard and fast rules. We've just been kind of playing it loose. And I really feel like movies we would never watch that would breed a good discussion. If I watch Air Bud, I'm just going to talk about the rules and regulations of basketball.
You talk about exploitations of dogs.
Hey, I have a really
Air
good
Bud is absolute
sci-fi
trash.
movie. Can we do one more
Which
after
one?
Pluto Nash?
That was the plan. We're trying to decide what that movie is going to be.
Moon.
Moon. Okay, Moon's a great one.
Moon.
Think we're gonna Moon.
With Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
Moon.
Sam Rockwell, Kevin Spacey. That's it.
Yes.
Damn.
That's a thinker. That's a thought provoker.
Should we do The Martian instead of Pluto Nash? Then?
No.
Okay.
You pick Pluto Nash.
Back
That's
Pluto
what you
Nash,
want to
we're
watch.
doing it.
We're not taking it
Pluto
away from you.
Nash.
The Martian is good, but I think The Martian is.
I've
It's
never
like
seen it.
I just want movies that we're gonna be able to discuss. And I feel like The Martian is good, but it's good in like the like kind of like
Interstellar kind of deal.
yeah. I feel like Interstellar has a little more to discuss. I'm not shitting on The Martian. I like The Martian. I just think it's like it is on the page and it's not a lot of layers.
Yeah.
And
That's right. We're watching movies with layers. That's what it was.
The Martian is loosely tied into the Expanse universe.
Ooh.
That was the first. That was the first.
Sam Weir?
Huh?
No, sorry. Keep going.
No, I was just saying, like, it's loosely tied into the Expanse universe because you know how we've somewhat colonized Mars, so like that was like the first.
Yeah.
And there was a little Easter egg in there. I think they named a ship after the character.
Nice.
Matt Damon's character.
Someone just said Galaxy Quest, and that is a
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah. No, Galaxy Quest is.
Hey, chat, help me out, man. Let's get Air Bud on the list. Come on, Air Bud.
We need. All right,
Why you
listen.
wanna
Third
push
Rock
Air
from the
Bud?
Sun.
Here are
okay.
the rules. Hard, fast rules. The movie has to have layers.
It has layers.
Okay.
Air Bud does not
We
have
could do
layers.
animal movies. We could do Beethoven. We could do.
Yeah.
No, stop. What did you say that word again? No, all of you
One more
stop
time.
talking.
Say it
Say
again.
that word again.
Beethoven.
That's not what you said the first.
Is that what you said the first time?
Beethoven.
What is it?
What
What
is
the
that?
fuck is a Beethoven?
Why are you throwing the extra H in there?
Beethoven.
What's
You
wrong
know.
with your mouth?
What do you mean? That's how you pronounce it.
Beethoven, right? Like, you're-
Beethoven.
you
I don't know.
said
Maybe that's how they
Beethoven.
pronounce it in Germany, but over here in America, it's Beethoven.
He's like,
They got layers. They got layers.
Beethoven.
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 Good old Beethoven. What?
I was in concert band and we played a lot of Beethoven, but we never played any Beethoven.
Beethoven. It sounds like a tackle store. Like
It sounds like Jay-Z being like, you trying to Beethoven, bro?
I ain't going out like that, G. Ain't no Beethoven, baby.
All right, so the movies that we watch have to have layers. That's the main criteria. Except for some reason, the reason why we're doing Spidey's pick is because he's asked like
I've
10
said it
times
for so many times, but
And
I don't
so
know
it's
if there
kinda-
are layers to Pluto Nash.
That's fine. You know what? How about every 10th movie doesn't have to have layers?
Perfect.
You maybe get me to watch these movies on time if I didn't have layers.
Oh,
Yeah, before we move on, I do need to call that out.
Chris, do you want to tell them what you caught us doing this morning?
I come in. Apparently, Pat came in at 7:45 today to watch the movie. Y'all keep in mind, we had 2 weeks to watch the movie. And same with Mickey. He was watching it this morning on his phone. And I was like, how come you didn't watch it last night? Mickey's like, oh, I was streaming. And Pat was like, oh, the game was on. Y'all had 2
But you know, we had the NBA playoffs for 2 weeks.
What about Wednesday? What about fucking Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Chris, like, you give us movies with layers, so we have to cram right before so we could have it fresh. If you give us movies that didn't have layers, so we didn't have to cram.
No, see, for me, it's more just like a ritual now. I just wake up early in the morning. I take Chester out and make myself breakfast. I turn the movie on the TV and I watch, and then I come here and then I finish it here usually because I don't time it well usually, and then
I feel like a teacher for the first time in my life, and I hate that all of my students are cramming for some fucking reason. Me being the piece of shit I am, I just watch it Thursday night. That's it. I never, I'm always like, oh shit, it's like 10 o'clock on a Thursday. Oh, I'm gonna pop in the movie. Like, I send you guys the text. Every time I send y'all the text, y'all like, oh, I forgot. I have to remind y'all multiple times. If this was a class, y'all would fail. You know that, right?
We failed in school. We're not good students.
I didn't do well in school. I did not do well in school for this reason.
Jesus Christ. It stresses me out. Watching y'all do this makes me be like, whoa, God,
But
why?
Chris, you gotta admit, we always come through though. We always come through. We come through in the clutch though. We always come
at the
through.
end, bro. Final episode, we
See,
win.
that's why we should watch Galaxy Quest, because y'all wait until the fucking timer says 1.
Oh, man.
Press the button.
Such a good movie.
Lost in space, danger.
Oh, yo,
Danger,
what-
Will Robinson.
The
Danger.
series on Netflix was really good too.
I remember watching
was.
something of it.
Yeah,
That
I've
was-
watched
that
through it
actually
more
was.
than once.
How about you guys out there in the comments before we wrap this up? When do you guys watch the movies for Movie Club? Do you watch the movies for Movie Club? Why don't you watch the movies for Movie Club? Should we kill Movie Club? I'll kill it.
Sublime said you
Hey,
had
Heat
one
and
job.
Six. I agree with that. Heat and Six.
You said you had one job.
Oh, I don't know why. I don't. It dry. If Marquette is a teacher, then I'm a TA.
I don't
and
feel
watching
like
you
I'm-
guys just do this.
I
is
don't
like,
feel like
what?
I'm procrastinating. I've just created a ritual.
It's the definition of procrastinating.
Your
No, but
ritual
I'm-
is procrastinating. Like, what do you mean? Just because it's a ritual
But,
doesn't
like,
make it not.
It's like a nice Friday morning. Like I wake up early, and then I'm not gonna say it again.
Yeah, we all
guys
know. Just all right. Thanks, guys. I'm not gonna kill Movie Club because we enjoy doing it, but I just. All right, you've seen them already. I guess that makes sense too. Well, next week we're watching Pluto, fucking Nash.
I don't even know where it is. I don't know where it's streaming at all, but I'm gonna watch it.
Let's look it up.
Actually, let's look that up because if it's
If it's paid,
if I have to pay $20
One time.
Hey,
Well, I
dang.
fucked up on the $20 one time.
and then it was free the next week.
There is no fucking way Pluto Nash is gonna ask you for $20. They know the quality of movie they put out.
Pluto
Nash
streaming.
it's free on YouTube. That's
Not
it.
free. Not free
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's it.
God.
Yeah, allegedly.
It's not free.
Let's confirm.
Well, how much is it?
confirm.
$3,
If
man.
you guys
I
are wondering about the quality of the movie,
Pluto.
if it's free on YouTube, my
Nash.
boy,
I'm going
free
to
on YouTube with ads, then they're just.
Hey, yeah, I mean, it
Hey.
seems like it's.
All right,
yeah,
we'll
it's
find
free-
out, we'll
it's
find
free
out,
with
we'll find
ads.
out, we'll find
I'm
out.
cool with that.
Hold on.
The Adventures of Pluto.
Just turn to this.
This
all right.
is 2002. Why did I think this was like a movie from like the 80s?
Holy shit! It is free on YouTube.
It's free.
yo,
Yay!
we should watch it twice.
Yeah, I'm down.
The movie does not have to make sense. I can't wait for you guys to be upset about
All
that.
right, bet. Well, the next one's Pluto Nash. After that, we're tentatively watching Moon. Moon was directed by David Bowie's son.
What's Moon about? I mean, what is Moon like? What genre is Moon? Like, is
Sci-fi.
it?
We're still in sci-fi.
Oh, okay.
We're
Is it
still in
gonna be
sci-fi
scary, though?
territory. Is it scary? No, not at all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the next.
I would say that at some points it gets weirdly funny. It's a bit existential, but it's not scary.
I love it.
Another solid one is Annihilation. Bria showed me that. That movie really fucked me up.
You know what? I didn't like Annihilation.
Why?
I don't know. I just remember it didn't stick well. I was just like, I don't know. It was cool concept. But I think I watched it like right after Arrival, and for some reason my brain was trying to tie those two together, and they should not be compared.
Nah,
it
not
was
at all.
good on its own. It just didn't hit.
They do look like they were filmed by the same camera. Like,
Yeah, something like
yeah, it's something weird right there.
All right, y'all. So, and on top of that, next week, if we do our jobs right, there's a potential that we'll have a small vlog in the middle of this YouTube streaming this streaming nonsense where
Oh,
Pat
we're gonna
goes.
show the vlog on podcast.
I think we can. think we have the technology.
Put a little box right here.
Yeah, no, it will just cut straight to that. We'll all take 5. It'll cut to that, and we'll come back.
We're evolving.
All right, we'll see you guys in the next one. Stick around for the raid. I'm gonna go press the button. You guys gotta do the dance.
Not peace yet, but we are going. Who are raiding?
Spencer's coming. He doesn't want you touching.
No, Spencer said don't do it. He said if you do it.
Spencer got out of the chair real quick. He's like, "Fuck you, Chris."
Wait for me.
Tell them the normies sit in their regard. Whoever we go raid, tell them the normies sit in their regard. Hit it.
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. I'm afraid if I put this in there, it's gonna break. I don't know, man. It's pretty strong. You got it, girl. I'm gonna give you my number here in a second. I'm gonna be in your DMs.
Damn, she said she wanna holler. She gonna scream at your ass.
You know,